we're not ready.
So I think all those were great points. So first, people Biden's let in, I'm sending them back. They should go back. I mean, like they came in, they get registered when they come in, all this stuff. I mean, you do it. I mean, you've got to work. I mean, Eisenhower did it in the 50s. You can do. But you're right. We've had people from Iran, from China, from Russia, from the Middle East that have come through that border. And I've made the point that, of course, terrorists have come across the border. Media's like, oh, that's not true. Well, first of all, our own government has said that we have hundreds from the terror watch list, but that's just who we know. We know there's a lot more that we don't know. But what are the odds that you could have 8 million people and not have somebody who wanted to be involved in terror? Of course you're going to have that. I mean, so, yes, there are people here, and I've said publicly that there will be an attack on this country that we'll be able to trace back to the border at some point in the future. It's sad to say. I wish that wasn't the case, but the math doesn't lie when you're that reckless. So I do think you got to find and send back, because I think it's a security risk to let in people you don't even know who they are. You know, when we used to do immigration, like people came to Ellis Island, right? If you had any problem, they would just send you back. Like if you said you were a communist, you got sent back. If you couldn't work to support yourself, they would just send you back. And that was like legal. I mean, now we're letting all these other people in. So we just can't do that. In terms of the military, on day one as commander-in-chief, we rip out all the woke and we throw it in the trash can. We're going to be done with it. We're going to focus on these people. And what that'll do is, because I have veterans come up to me all too often now, and they say they tell me they wouldn't want their kids or grandkids to join the military right now, given what's going on. Because you have an agenda. A lot of these civilian leaders are putting an agenda into the military. The fact that we're even talking about pronouns in the military, and I've talked to people come up to me very quietly on activities like, yeah, I've done more training on pronouns than I have on actual mission accomplishment in the last 9 months. That is intolerable. What that does is that kills morale. It kills morale to do the CRT and the DE&I stuff. Military advancement should be based purely on merit. You earn it. That's the only reason. There should not be any of the political considerations. That's what you got to do. That increases morale when you return to that. And I think what will happen is, here's you think about it. How many of you are veterans in here? A lot of you are? Okay. It's often said that a veteran is somebody who at one time in their life wrote a check payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including that individual's life. And the reason is when you sign up, put on the uniform, it doesn't even matter what you're doing. You could be a Navy SEAL, you could be somebody who's on a ship, somebody who's on stateside. You just never know what's going to happen, where they're going to send you. And you are putting your life in the hands of these commanders and these civilian leaders. And I think people are willing to do that because they believe in this country, and when they have faith that we're focused on mission. Because I can tell you, when I was in Iraq, we didn't let these agendas shape the things that we're doing. If people bring their own agenda or have their own way of doing it without focusing on mission first, people die. So you've got to do that. That's the whole purpose. I think they're less likely to want to join if they think that the accomplishment of the mission is not the most important goal to some of the leadership. If they see all these other things and they think about, okay, well, I'm getting in the crosshairs for this.